That right there is Megan Proctor. She's taking on Amy Beauchamp in the last 16 of the Women's Masters knockout round. These two drawing each other after Megan won her group and Amy ended up finishing runner-up in hers, which Megan has already said to Amy, thanks for that. Nice tidy draw for them both in the last 16. This was a Women's Pro Series final less than 6 weeks ago. And we just mentioned Chris Melling's name. He's in the semi-final against Christophe Lambert a little bit later on. And delighted to say that he joins us now for commentary on this one. And pleasure to have you along, Chris. Thanks for stepping in for us. We have to get your thoughts just before we get too involved in this match here between Megan and Amy, which should be a cracker. But I watched that finish for Christophe out there with you in the bar. We were all shouting with our hands on our heads. That was that was the maddest finish I think I've seen in a very, very long time.
It was, and you have to feel for Aaron there because he played his part in that match, and I thought he was going to win, but what an extraordinary clearance by Christophe, and it's something that you could try probably 1,000 times and it'll never come off. I mean, the double on the 8 ball was on, but where the cue ball was, it made it so difficult, and for him to pot it the way he potted it with a lot of topspin, and he nearly potted the white in the bottom right-hand corner.
Wouldn't that have been the cruelest ending?
It would, and you know what a shot he's played there, and then did a great time in the shootout.
Yeah, we didn't really get to talk too much about the shootout because of how mad that was, but yeah, it's one of those where you just have to feel for Aaron. He's been on the rough end there of an incredible finish, but for Christophe, I mean, he'll be feeling like he's got a charmed life in this competition, because I'm sure he thought when he was sat in his chair that he was out, and for all intents and purposes he was. But this is the last 16 of the Women's Masters. It's Megan Proctor on the left of your screen, Amy Beauchamp on the right. Both these players have been involved in the group stages. That's how this tournament has worked. So a different format for the women compared to the men's Masters draw. This is a race to 6, straight knockout, no 2 sessions or anything like that. That's what these ladies are used to, playing on the Pro Series. A little bit shorter, actually, than for them. We play races to 7. And we'll give you a look behind the scenes. It was Megan who said, do you fancy doing a bit on this, Chris? She's dragged you in. Does that mean you have to be nice to her?
No. No, you know what, I say it as I see it, and I think it's the best way to be. Obviously we've got two of the great lady players that are playing, and Amy actually lost a match in the group stages, which is why she's playing Megan now. I'm sure neither of them wanted to play each other this early in the tournament. Yeah,
absolutely. It's the tie of the round for sure. Amy's involved in the 3-way battle for the ultimate pool #1 spot on the women's side of things at the moment. Locked in between herself, 𝗪𝗁 Davies and Marion Jours. All 3 women within 500 points of each other, I think, at the top of the women's rankings.
Yeah, it's just a little tricky, is this situation in the first frame here. Neither player really wants to go for it because all the balls are tied up.
Yeah, you can sympathise with that viewpoint, can't you? It's not nice for either. I think Amy's tried to bait Megan into going.
Yeah, she's got a little chance here as Megan, if she just nudges the red out and leaves a cue ball next to the red and yellow, she won't really leave Amy a shot. Well, that's not too bad.
Yeah, there's now a definite route out on reds. Yellows still have a huge problem at the top of the table. Don't think any of the two together at the top pass into that top left. I think Amy's playing a game of chicken here. She wants Megan to go.
Yeah, I'm not sure she'll fall for that though. Megan really wants to leave the red that's closest to the 8 ball till last if she is going to go for the clearance. The problem being the 2 reds that are at the top left-hand side of the table. How does she pot the one on the left and develop the other and get position? It's so difficult. Oh, that's a nice shot there. She's got the angle. I don't see how she can land on a red here, because if she goes into both the yellows at the same time, they'll both split and the cue ball will probably land right next to the red. Unless she can play it with extreme topspin, which the harder you hit this shot, the wider the cue ball goes. Yeah, she tried to play it thin because the angle really wasn't there, and now Amy's got a great chance. Not the easiest of clearances.
Yeah, I was going to say, it certainly could have gone worse, that, for Megan, playing that shot, opening up that section of the table. Could obviously have gone better, but it could have gone worse.
I'm just wondering if she's going to try and cover the pocket. I'm not sure this is the right shot if she tries to cover it. Well, she's played it well. If she'd have put that yellow right over the pocket, then you'd probably see Megan flick off the red and pop the yellow over the pocket. Yeah,
there's no advantage to it, is there? But that's a nicely played shot from Amy. Hasn't left it as a plant.
Well, she has got a shot, but she hasn't seen it. She could have potted the red in the bottom right-hand corner, sent the white over to the left, and then played the red off the yellow in the top pocket. Develops all the two reds, and the frame's on.
I've missed having you in commentary, mate.
You know, there's nothing wrong with the shot she's played. It's cat and mouse at the minute. You can see there that Amy doesn't want to go while that yellow's tied up, and I think once she develops that yellow, Amy's going to get the first opportunity. And again, she can play the same shot, pot the red in the bottom right-hand corner, send the cue ball over, then play the red off the yellow. It's no good covering this pocket because Amy will drop her in. She's given opportunity now. Can she pot the one in the middle and go into the yellow and red? It wouldn't be the worst result if she potted the red in the same shot. It's difficult to develop both them balls though. That's a clever shot. She's just going to roll off the yellow, leave the cue ball next to the red, and the next time it comes back to the table, it'll all be there.
Yeah, as long as she's not left touching ball on the red, even if she has, I think it has been called touching ball. There's not a huge amount Megan can really do here, because where's safe on the table?
Yeah, she can play the cue ball off the top cushion, just nudge the yellow to the side cushion. I'm not sure what else she can really do. I mean, this isn't really a good shot because she's going to be blocking the red. She's in deep trouble now, is Megan. Great shot. What a shot that is.
Oh, it's just going to stay up, but even so, a lot of attention was on the cue ball there from Amy Beauchamp as well. She's left Megan absolutely nothing. And if that yellow had fallen in, she still had a shot at the top of the table herself.
Yeah, and I think Megan has to play the loss of turn, just try and get the cue ball back behind the red. It's a good shot. It's a very good shot.
Yeah, it's been a pretty sort of high-level tactical battle, this.
Yeah, you don't often see too many tactical games these days with the international rules. It's mainly all attacking, break clear, but sometimes it's nice to see this kind of pool.
Yeah, I was going to say, some people might be surprised, I think, to hear you say that with your reputation for flamboyant finishes, but actually, you don't mind a bit of this, do you?
No, I don't mind at all, and you know, sometimes we do like to see people clear up every 2 minutes and take silly finishes out, but also the tactical side of the game is also nice to watch because you do get it now and again, and we can see here Megan's got a chance.
It all came off the back of that last safety that she played, which was very good.
Well, the thing is there, JMO, is she should have played the red in the bottom right-hand corner and gone into the red and try and pop the yellow in the same shot.
Yeah, well, looks like she's going to do that now. Could she have gone a shot before? Well, she'll take the result, I think.
She's had a result. The reason I said play at the shot before is because she had a red over the top right-hand corner. That's basically a guaranteed ball that you're going to land on. So don't pot the balls when they're in their open near the pockets if you don't need to.
Yeah, it's an insurance policy.
Yeah, and the more balls you've got on the table, obviously the more options you've got. But she's played a nice shot there. She's got to play a real good shot. You've got to dig up on the cue ball. It's a tough shot if she plays it with topspin. She's got to find the gap.
Oh.
Yeah, it was very tough, that shot. And now she's in deep trouble. She's going to have to come off the side cushion and try and just knock that red into the corner pocket.
She probably actually can't quite believe she's gone that far with the cue ball, it feels like. I think she thought she was going to land short of that yellow, if anything. She's going to hand the frame away.
Yeah, and you won't see Amy misses.
You got the sense that about sort of 3 or 4 minutes into this frame, this was what Champs was sort of hoping she'd come to the table at some point in the frame and see. I think Megan played a really, really good tactical frame and sort of won the exchange in the end, despite being quite a long way behind at one stage.
Yeah, she certainly did, and Amy's going to try and leave the one in the centre pocket after this. Roll through to the side cushion. It's important that she doesn't leave the cue ball on the side cushion. Always leave yourself a nice little angle. So many players that you watch these days and they land straight and you're thinking, well, surely if you leave, I mean, that's a poor shot. Don't get me wrong, she's probably still going to clear up, but if that cue ball's another 4 inches off the cushion, this is absolutely guaranteed clearance. Where now, if she now lands straight on the yellow in the corner, she can only roll the ball in, which she has done.
Yeah, and she knows as well. It's like she's got you on radio in her ear. I think she was frustrated as soon as she saw that cue ball to the side cushion, just giving herself a little roll with the eyes as she walks around the arena.
I mean, she'll still probably clear up, but it's amazing how many players, myself included, you just leave yourself straight and you're thinking, well, why did I just leave an angle?
Yeah, and she's ended up missing.
Yeah, and that's because she's had to force it. If the cue ball wasn't near the cushion, like I said 2 shots previous, she wouldn't have had to play that shot.
Yeah, it was all about that shot that you called. And it was set up perfectly. You fired the warning and in it came. Megan is a very clean pot of a ball. The distance won't phase her here.
Yeah, and she actually came to me about 6 months ago for a little bit of coaching. So I've actually helped her a little bit with the safeties and the kicking and things like that, and the break. And it's nice to see her having a bit of success on the ladies' circuit.
Yeah, absolutely. She's a really, really likeable character, is Megan. She's had a bit of... It's difficult to say a tough time because she's had a lot of success. She's been to a lot of finals. I think it's 4, maybe 5 now, Women's Pro Series finals she's been to, yet to be on the winning side of them. Did win the last woman standing earlier on this year, which was her first Ultimate Pool trophy. But she's really hunting the big one. And it's interesting that you bring up the coaching side of things, Chris. For everything that I know from Megan, she seems like a bit of a sponge when it comes to this game. I imagine quite a coachable player.
Yeah, very easy to coach. When you're coaching different players, it can be very hard, obviously, depending on the age, depending on whether you listen.
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't matter what you tell people. If they don't take it on board, they're not going to improve.
Yeah. I'd imagine it's amazing how often that happens in that scenario.
Yeah, and obviously somebody like Megan, she's really zoned in on the game. She practices hard, and any little help will certainly help her improve the game and improve the results. Didn't catch them quite good. She played that with a lot of topspin. Didn't really get into the cue ball. You can see there she hit half ball on the red rather than full ball.
Yeah, so first chance for Champs, and it's one of those that looks a little congested, but I think it probably unpacks a little bit.
Yeah, and the first thing I'd be looking at there is where does that 8 ball go? Well, this is risky. Yeah, I think that was really too risky, that shot there. You've got to try and pot an easier red and just make sure you're on the reds, because they are definitely the best set. You can see there that the red on the right hand cushion is probably the hardest one, but she's got a red that connects to that. Just a little bit congested, but she should be okay.
It's one of the things I find super interesting, Chris, whenever we commentate together. I think a lot of people probably, when they watch you, think you're this sort of Maverick-style genius who just pots the balls and puts the cue ball where you want it. But there's so much thought, and we talk about percentage play a lot when it comes to 8 ball. and we sort of associate that with quite negative players. But actually, that's all you're doing every time you shape up for a shot is percentages, isn't it?
Yeah, you're just giving yourself the best option. So when you're breaking a ball out, make sure that you're going to land on an object ball, a different ball, giving yourself more options. That's what it's all about. I mean, sometimes obviously I do lose a cue ball sometimes and have to play some crazy shots now and again. I don't actually mean to do it sometimes, but you know, there's been people saying on social media, I'm sure he leaves that shot on purpose because he loves playing the flare shots, but I genuinely don't leave it on purpose.
It's a good pot.
Nice shot there.
Yeah, I think it's a testament actually to see that you know, performance that you had earlier on against 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏. It was just excellent pull. We didn't see any sort of what we'd define as crazy shots. I think that's when we see you at your best, is when you're just taking out high tariff finishes with sort of no fuss, really.
Yeah, like here now, Megan really needs to play cushion first with a lot of right and spin slowly. That in turn will spin it around the back of the red. She's going to try and screw it, I believe. It's so difficult, that shot, to get it right, but she's played it well. She's going away from her work a little bit. She'd love to have a little bit of angle on this.
Yeah, closer up towards the yellow right centre.
Obviously the 8 ball's going to be tough because it only goes in 4 pockets, but getting on it in them 4 pockets isn't going to be easy. She'd love to leave the red near the bottom right hand corner to last. That connects to the 8 ball. Yeah,
I'm assuming the sort of 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏𝗃, and I think the red, the furthest left red, I think goes bottom left. That could help her out next here.
The cue ball may go close to the middle pocket here.
You called it. Tried to hold. But this cloth is quick.
Yeah, for those people watching at home, the cloth is unbelievably responsive. The amount of times I've tried to screw the ball back an inch and I'm screwing it back 2 feet is just unbelievable, and a lot of the players struggle with it. It's just ultra responsive. It does play nice.
Yeah, it's one of those, it's when you get used to it, it's like anything, it tends to play really well. That tends to have been the feedback from a lot of the, oh, champs, that's wide. She's got lucky there. Good safety.
She's got very lucky there.
Yeah, that grimace from Meg tells you all you need to know.
Well, for me, I wouldn't look at it like that. I look at it as in she's twitching.
Yeah.
That means she's under pressure. That means I've got her where I want her. You know, that's how I'd look at it if it was me. It's much better to be at the table and have a shot than your opponent just clearing up. I've watched many players over the years, and I won't mention the names, where the opponent...
Feel free to if you'd like.
No, the opponents miss the last ball and leave nothing, but they can play a decent safety and they start mourning because they've left them nothing. Well, would you rather be left nothing or then pop the ball and clear up?
Yeah, you've got to try, and it is hard in this game. You've got to try and be an optimist at the table, don't you? That's a better pot from Amy. Is that going to wobble in? No, not quite.
Yeah, I think the table's just slightly pulling out from the edges. It's very difficult to get every single table level. But it is playing well, and it is quite true. But Megan has got another chance. Double's probably the correct shot.
Rifles it in.
Well, I'm not sure doubling it at 1,000 miles an hour was the right shot, but...
It looked cool.
Yeah, it looked good. I'll tell you something, this skill shot isn't that hard because the yellow is so deep in the corner pocket.
Yeah, it's on one jaw, but it's so deep in there.
And the middles are very generous on here, so...
Yeah, are you playing combo here, or you going middle?
I'm going middle. Just drop it in.
Yeah, it looks like Megan is too.
Great shot.
Very well played.
Great shot.
Something I think Megan's really good at, and it's why I think she'll continue getting better and better and better, is her potting's really, really good. And if you just ask Megan to pot you a ball, then you just that's easy bit. But as we all know, potting in 8-ball is sometimes only 10% of the battle at the top level. So much of it is about your cue ball and about your control. I think that's what we've seen a lot in this tournament is, you know, you look at the Pro Series and by and large, it's quite difficult to miss when you factor in the talent of the Pro Series, the conditions of the table and all the rest of it. But the difference is how good your cue ball is. That's the difference maker at the top level.
Yeah, and obviously in the ladies' games, there's probably 5 or 6 that stand out.
Yeah.
All the rest are very good, but in any sport there is always a 5 or 6 that stand out from the rest. And you look at the snooker, you've got obviously your O'Sullivans, your Higgins, your Selby's, your Robertsons.
I think you can say that in the men's Pro Series, to be honest.
Similar in the men's Pro Series.
I think there's a lot of players who can win, but I think most would agree there's probably about 5 or 6 who are just that little level above at the moment.
Yeah, and Tommy's obviously the best player on the planet at this moment in time. There's no question about that. But it's weird how the game can completely change.
Oh yeah.
You know, you don't pop balls off break and things go wrong, you get kicks. Another dry break there from Amy. Yeah,
miss hit as well, and this is quite well poised here for Megan Proctor to potentially even go 3-0 in front, which would be a real start for her. Race to 6, 20 minutes left. Would put Amy under considerable pressure.
That's a nice little shot there from Amy. Develop the yellow. She may be wise in just covering this right-hand corner pocket. Unless you can play the plant and develop one of the yellows, I think they're going to be tied up after this. I don't see how you can develop the rest of your yellows that are tied up once you pot this. You're probably going to knock the 8-ball to the side because if you hit it hard. Yeah, she couldn't really play a developing shot. She has got one shot where she can play the yellow that she's closest to off the red into the yellow over the pocket. That in turn will develop all the yellows and she'll be on the one below the 8-ball. But she's not playing it.
Yeah, just sort of moving some pieces around. Reminds me of that's a similar shot you played in last year's Pairs Cup semi-final. One of the better shots of last year. You played it from about the top of the table. It's a little bit different to the one Megan was lining up there, but it was the same shot. Champ's in a little bit of bother then. Less than 20 minutes to go, 2-0 down, and hasn't got going.
Yeah, and she may have left another chance here, you know. Can she play the yellow onto the red, and the red goes off the yellow into the yellow over the pocket and develops everything? Will need to play at pace because you don't want the red to stay over the pocket. Well, that's a good shot. Nice little shot there. She's still got yellows that are tied up, and what Amy's going to want to do is put a red onto the yellow. And if it was me, I'd be trying to play the one that's at the top left-hand side of the table onto the yellow over the pocket and leave the cue ball where that red is. But she's playing it now into the top corner. Not a bad shot. She's leaving a tempter.
Yeah, it's a good cue ball from Champs, but as you say, there's definitely a tempter. A few different combinations that would end up in that yellow falling into the pocket, but most importantly, it's how it finishes afterwards.
Yeah, and the longer this frame becomes more tactical, the more it favours Megan Proctor, because Amy is 2 frames behind.
Yeah, and that clock is ticking. 18 minutes feels like a long time, but look at this frame, and there's easily a few more in this one. Often the balls dictate. We say that a lot in this form of the game, and all three breaks have been a little bit sticky. The first frame was an excellent tactical exchange, but did take its time. This one, the same.
Foul.
Oh, okay. Disaster.
Didn't want that. That is the worst case scenario. That is not good.
Well, reds all go, and you've got cue ball in hand.
Yeah, you've got to play the plant first shot, and get rid of the red that's over the pocket on the left-hand side, where she's closest to now. And the last red really wants to be... Oh, that's a poor shot. She should have stopped the white dead. Now she's bridging over the ball. A little bit slack there from Amy. She's got to get rid of the red. But I don't think she can reach.
Yeah, that was a decision made with that in mind.
It's not the worst case scenario because she can play the combo and the red should sit over the pocket. It may be harder to get on the 8-ball from the red when she plays a plant if she plays it second to last.
It goes back to what we were saying a moment ago about percentages, doesn't it?
Well, if she'd potted the red that's over the pocket, that is her only danger ball to get position. So if she gets rid of that second shot, it makes the clearance so much easier. She's probably thinking a little bit negative because obviously she's made a few mistakes. She doesn't want to plant this and the red go right in front of the yellow because then she is going to be in deep trouble.
Yeah, she's going to want to play this plant and play the red that she's hitting now next. I'm just turning it down. Let's get a bit closer maybe.
Yeah, and it's just got more difficult. Well, she's looking at playing the 8-ball off the side cushion, off the yellow. Problem being, when she plays this plant, if she moves the yellow, that shot isn't going to be on. That's a really nice shot she's played there.
Had to make both then.
That's a great shot. It was very easy for the red to not follow it in and go in behind the yellow. That's a class shot there from Amy.
Yeah, ordinarily when you're playing a plant like that, you never want to make both because it gives you options to have one on the table, but Champs was absolutely playing both there. She spotted that on the thin side, so cue ball gets running.
Yeah, she decelled on that shot there. You could see it a mile off. You could tell by her facial expression she was disappointed. This isn't that tough a shot. Just got to miss the front yellow, and this should go in 100 times out of 100. Well, she's hit it way too thick into the cushion. She's still favourite, believe it or not.
Yeah, because I mean, this is such a tough frame to win from Megan from here.
Well, do you know what? If I'm Megan now,
re-rack?
I'm running the match out.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay.
I'm just rolling up to this yellow. Stop the up and down. Not this yellow, the bottom yellow. That's the one. That's a shot. She can't go up and down. She can't go off the side cush because the jaw's in the way. She's got no shot, and every shot Amy wants to play, she can't play. There's actually no way out of this to pot the 8-ball.
And if you're saying that, then I'm believing you.
I just can't see a shot. There isn't a shot.
I enjoyed I saw you in the Facebook comments of one of the 𝗨𝗪𝗡 social videos. Doesn't want that to go in.
Oh.
Wow.
And I think she's developed the pocket here.
Yeah.
Do you know what? That was a great attempt. Fair play to Amy there. That was a really, really good attempt. And if this yellow does go, Amy has got ball in hand, and she could pot the yellow in the bottom, at the bottom of the 3 in the opposite corner pocket, play a position for the other 1 or 2, and they're all there.
Is she going?
I think she's going for the re-rack. That's madness. That is madness. That really is madness. She's got complete control of the frame there.
Yeah, that's an interesting decision.
She could have played another 20 shots because there was no way Amy could really get that ball.
I think Amy looks surprised that Megan's made that decision.
I'm pretty sure Amy's happy as Larry there.
Yeah, because Amy's thinking, I am massive odds against to win that frame.
Yeah, because all you do is you put the yellow in front of the black but don't cover it.
Yeah.
So then you can only leave the up and down, but the up and down isn't there.
Yeah, this was the point I was about to make to you. I saw you in the comments of one of 𝗨𝗪𝗡's social videos where we're with referee Mark Goffin. He was talking about impossible snookers and how to set a re-rack, and there was a few people who maybe weren't understanding that. Well, obviously that shot's impossible, and it just needs explaining to. No, I could make that.
Not quite, JMO. I said I'll try it when I get home. I'm pretty sure I'll hit it. But might take me a few goals, but I will hit it.
But this is the point, isn't it? It doesn't matter how difficult it is. Referees aren't judging it based on whether it's whether or not it's possible for a player to play it. It's, can you get the white out? Can you get the white in? And if that is the case, it might be a 1 in a million shot, but that is the case, and the play continues.
Yeah, and where I think it gets a little bit confusing is yesterday there was a match with Tommy Donlan, and he was putting a snooker, and honestly, it was virtually impossible. It was impossible to hit the ball from where he was. There simply wasn't an angle there to get through. And yeah, you can put the white between the gap, but unless you can get that angle, it's impossible.
Yeah.
And obviously the referee was put in a tricky situation.
Yeah.
Because, a couple of times he didn't get near it, but 2 or 3 times he did get very close to it. And it is a tricky situation.
Amy Beauchamp then with a really good chance to win frame 3, and this was why you didn't like the decision from Megan to play for a re-rack. If you offered Amy Beauchamp a fresh frame versus a frame she was a million miles behind in, she's absolutely going to snap your hand off for a fresh frame. Yeah,
and it's like the shot she's played there. On this cloth, because it throws so wide, because it's so responsive, on any normal pool table in your club, that ball would run through and break the yellows out. But on here, it throws so wide that it comes off at angles that you just cannot imagine. So, for instance, if you play that black now in the top right-hand corner, that cue ball will hit the reds on the left-hand side. On a club table, that ball will roll through and won't even touch the reds. So it just throws so wide because it's so responsive.
In the end, Megan Proctor is still favourite to go and win this frame.
She's had an unbelievable result there because she didn't play that.
No.
And what a shot she's got here. She can pot the red in the middle, screw back 2 inches, pot the red in between the black and the yellow. Well, she's not played for it. It's not the end of the world, because if she can pot the one now in the left-hand middle, one in the right-hand middle, one in the top left-hand corner, then the other one in the middle, and leave the gap, then play the black in the centre pocket where these 2 reds are, that is definitely the correct route. Whether she plays it, we'll find out. I think she will, because her patterns are very good. You don't want to be playing that now, Megan. Pot the red in the right-hand centre and just screw back 3 inches.
Yeah.
Or the other shot is pot the red in the top left-hand corner now, then play the one in the middle, then play the other one in the middle, roll through 2 inches and play the red that's tied up. I mean, that's such a poor shot. That really is a poor shot from Megan. She's left herself bridging when she doesn't need to be bridging. And she knows if she wins this rack, she's probably won the match. Or this frame, as we say in the UK.
Well, she was obviously really concerned about that red to bottom right, and I think didn't trust herself to leave it last. But your entire point was, if you leave the red left centre, then you've just done those 2 to be on the 8 ball. Yeah,
and if she'd have played that second shot, when she potted the red in the middle, screw backs 2 inch, it makes the clearance so much easier. Nice little shot there. Really needs to play this 2 cushions. Side cushion, bottom cushion. Put a touch of left-hand side on it, just to kill the cue ball and straighten it up. And play the 8 ball in the centre.
15-second shot clock comes after this.
She's screwing it.
She quit on that a little bit. It's going to stay up. I couldn't tell you how.
That is why you play it 2 cushions. You cannot possibly go in off if you play that shot 2 cushions. She's very fortunate there. Another roll and that's in. And this is a really tough black. I do expect her to get it, but it is missable. Great shot. Brilliant shot there from Megan.
It goes back to what we were saying earlier on in this in this commentary, Chris, about pattern play and making the game easy. Megan's a great potter of the ball. You put her in the position to make a pot, she's going to do it 9 times out of 10. But that could have been and should have been so much simpler.
Yeah, and that all comes about from the second shot that she played. If she plays for that gap and plays the ball that was the toughest of the 5, it's an easy clearance.
Yep.
She made it difficult because she lost the cue ball a little bit, left herself bridging, then played a shot she probably didn't want to play. But what an 8 ball she's potted there.
Yeah, absolutely. And after all of that, the third frame, which will be one of the longest frames of the weekend, considering there was a re-rack involved in it as well, Megan Proctor is 3-0 in front.
Yeah, and she has to use the time to our advantage here, and Amy's talking to herself a little bit there. She's disappointed. She knows she's had a few chances, and you know, she's up against a tough opponent in Megan, but you know, Megan couldn't have had a tougher draw either, to be honest.
Yeah, Megan's been great in this match, really. Amy's not got going.
Lucky kiss there.
Wasn't it just?
Lucky kiss there.
Look at the split.
Wow, look at them reds. Look at the yellows. Which ones do you want?
You really could take either, couldn't you? They're both nice.
Well, she could turn around to Amy and say, which ones do you want me to go for? Because they are both there.
Not in exhibition mode now.
Well, the yellows are actually a little bit tougher, but good shot there. Could have done with a little bit more angle, but she'll be happy she's on reds and she's at the table. She can run the clock down a little. The red does go in both centre pockets. I don't think we're going to see the match one. I think the clock's going to run out, but that's a nice little shot. So like here, the natural for me, if she pots this red in the middle, she should cannon that red full in the face, which is what she wants, really. Nice and easy. You see how wide that's thrown there?
Yeah.
That on any normal table would hit the red full in the face. But
she potted on the thick side of the pocket as well.
That shows you how wide it actually throws.
Yeah, she potted on the thick side rather than the thin side.
Yeah, and some matches when you do watching commentary, you think, why on earth have you played that shot? But you don't have a choice. And she's missed that one.
Yeah,
oh no.
Well, she was rushed on that, and yeah, did catch that jaw. Well, not even the jaw, did catch the rail quite high up.
The middle pocket, and it still went in.
She
wow.
did.
That is unbelievable how that ball has just dropped in. Oh, she played Megan. What have you played?
I think it's fair to say the 15 seconds has just caught Megan here.
It has, but also Amy's 3 racks behind. There's probably going to be another minute off the clock here if she just takes the time and hits it with the last second. Red flies around the table. Well, oh, we call foul. You were wrong, buddy. Oh, you're right.
Bit of a giggle around the arena. The funny thing is Megan almost ended up making that red, which would have been mental, but in the end it is foul.
It was funny because he refereed mine and James Croxton game the first session, and James Croxton came out of a snooker to hit the 8 ball, missed it not by a mile, but he hit my ball at 100 mile an hour. I looked at the referee and he didn't even see it. It was basically because he was stood behind James, and I said, foul, buddy. And he went, was it?
Amy Beauchamp's going to get her first frame on the board here.
Well, don't be too sure. She's not played the best shot there. She should get out. Oh, is she okay? Can she hold it?
Yeah, I think so.
Needs to pot this thick, so pot this yellow to the bottom left-hand side of the pocket. Well, I'm not convinced with that one, Amy. Another tough shot, but I believe she'll get this one.
Yeah, in goes the 8 ball.
Good clearance there from Amy. She lost the cue ball a little bit, but in the end, the 8 ball went down, and she'll be happy with that one.
Yeah, she's on the boards.
Well, it was a foul. The referee was correct.
Oh, well.
Fair play to him, fair play.
Our apologies, Dean. You're absolutely spot on. It caught the yellow. I don't think anyone saw that in real time apart from him.
I didn't see it either.
Let's give the ref his flowers.
He's got eyes like a scrapyard dog.
Now I feel like I'm doing a commentary with you. If this whole pool thing ends up not working out, mate, you could be an author, release a book of Keithley sayings.
You don't want to know half of them. It's funny you say that, because somebody actually was writing a book on me years ago.
Oh yeah.
That's a little bit unlucky from Amy there. And, unfortunately, he actually owned the snooker club with his son and his wife, where I practiced all my life. And unfortunately, he passed away. And he was writing a book. It was called The Alien Inside.
Okay.
And what it was about was my career and what it's like to play when you're absolutely buzzing and everything just feels so easy. And that was the alien inside that switched on.
Wow. Okay. So sort of you hear it called flow state a little bit, like that sort of, yeah.
Oh, look at this for Amy, for Megan, sorry. Oh, has she missed that?
No, she's got it. Gave it a good go, mind.
Well, you've got to play the long red, Amy. Megan, I keep getting them mixed up, they're both that good.
Yeah, I think you've got to swallow your pride here and take the right shot on.
It's a nice shot.
That's
perfect.
Clean.
Now, what she doesn't want to do here, JMO, she doesn't want to land low on this red. She wants to land high. So she wants the cue ball roughly on the kitchen line, as I say. You see how it's landed slightly low? So now she's going away from her work. She can't then roll the red in the middle and get on the other red because she's going to cannon the yellow.
Yeah, it needed to be much straighter on this.
Yeah. For me, Megan now has to play the one in the middle.
Changed her mind late. Well, what a cannon.
Great cannon, but watch what happens here.
Yeah, she wanted to be the other side of the straight on this
and
red.
If the cue ball is 2 feet to the left, she just drops it in, she's on the red, and then the 8 ball in the middle. So much easier. Now she's got to do a clever shot. You see what I mean?
Yeah. No, I completely agree. Yeah, it was just a bit rushed there. I think you were right in the sense of once she's landed there, I think you probably go middle first and take your medicine a bit.
Why she not called the extension the shot before? She knew she had one. Maybe she didn't know.
The one thing I would say is 15 seconds a shot is something the ladies are still absolutely getting used to.
It's tough with the men, believe me. And I play quick. Needs a lot of luck here. She's got to smash this. Oh, that was close.
It was close, wasn't it? Yeah, really close.
Yeah, now Amy's got a great chance to get within one.
3.5 minutes. Are we going to see a Christophe Lambert? A mad finish.
Do you know what? It's probably going to be around 2.5 minutes by the time this rack's finished. But to be fair, Amy plays quite quick, so...
She does.
I wouldn't be taking my time, I know that much. Because if she breaks and doesn't pot one, you know for a fact Megan's going to take forever on every shot. That's a little bit short. Can she screw over? Not sure if she can, but...
I think she's got a little bit of angle.
Oh, look how wide it's gone again. Oh, that could have helped. That could have helped. She can pot this yellow in the middle. You've got to go, Amy. You've got to pot the yellow in the middle. Play the snooker. Megan's going to run out another 15 seconds.
I'll play the double.
Oh, what a shot that is.
Just play the double.
Unbelievable. What a great shot that is. I didn't even see that.
Amy Beauchamp, what a shot.
Oh, and that just flicked the near jaw. Oh, what a tester this is. This is a very, very tough shot.
Yeah, this is horrible.
Got to stay really still and hit the middle of the cue ball on this shot.
Oh, bang.
Brilliant shot.
What an out this is.
Absolutely brilliant.
What a little out this is. That sort of 3-shot salvo from Amy Beauchamp has been out of this world. And she's going to leave 2 minutes for a potential, well, equaliser. 3-2 we go. Are we going to have another look at that shot from Amy Beauchamp? Because I would love to. Smile from champs, and why wouldn't you when you've just played this?
Yeah, what a great shot. 2-in-1 shot where she doesn't make it, she leaves the snooker. And the next 2 shots that she plays, top draw. Brilliant shots.
Yeah, fantastic stuff from Amy. Megan Proctor has been nipped back at, despite being 3-0 up. She's now 3-2. She does have the next break. Been a big part of the women's game over the last couple of years in particular as Meg, and she's actually now been brought in as part of Team Ultimate Pool and their commitment to growing the women's game. Meg, the official ambassador, looking to bring positive change from within. And the ladies' game, as we've seen in the last few years in particular, going from strength to strength. New players emerging, old faces returning.
Yeah, the numbers are off the scale, to be honest with you. The entries, women's, children's, under 18s, disabled. So many sections. Oh, she didn't hit them good. That was a poor break there.
All right then, Amy. 2 minutes. Can you force a 6-red shootout?
I think she gets these. The first shot is key. She needs to play this a little bit of pace just to push the red away from the black. You've got to go yellows, Amy. You've got to go yellows. Well, that's why you've got to go yellows. It was so much easier to pot the yellow than the red. Well, she left much. She's left the red over the middle, but...
I think Megan here just needs to focus on potting 4 or 5 open balls and the game's over.
That's the one.
You sort of go Monday night mode almost and just play a bit defensively, but by just potting balls.
Yeah, she's won the match.
Yeah.
There's no way she can lose the match from here. Take your 15 seconds, take your extension.
Was she short? Foul?
Oh no. What has she done there? Just roll the yellow in. Just roll the yellow ball in, Megan. She's like 𝗍𝘆𝘆 on the shot.
Yeah.
Like drag the cue ball into it.
Champs on yellows with 55 seconds. There's been a couple of decisions in this match from Megan Proctor which she will look back on and think, oh no, what have I done?
That's not the best shot. Well,
Yeah,
does it go past the red? If it goes past the red, she's okay, but... Well, she didn't play for that, because she's only just looked to see if it goes. Oh, wow. How do you like this?
20
How do you
seconds.
like this shot for the cheese?
20 seconds.
She's got it. Oh, did she
What
pot the
a
line?
pot.
Wow.
What a pot. This 8 ball, 10 seconds left for a 6-red shootout. Get in.
Can you believe that?
What a game.
And I'll tell you what, Megan Proctor will be kicking herself there.
Oh, she should never be in this position. That game was over. You said it yourself.
All she had to do was roll the ball in. You didn't have to drag the cue ball. Just roll the ball in, and she's won the match.
It's what we were saying a moment ago. It's Monday night mode. You forget everything you know about pool, which is you need to play properly, play cue ball, all the rest of it, and you just need to go back to like sort of 7-year-old you at a pool table. Just try and pot balls. If you do that 4 times and run 15 seconds, the game is over. It is simple as that. Megan just overthought it, and all of a sudden, Amy Beauchamp is forced into a 6-red shootout. Formalities completed. They do have to complete the final break, and the buzzer sounds, and we are going to a 6-red shootout. Amy Beauchamp has her head in her hands, and I'll tell you for why. She should be infinitely the happier player because she was dead and buried in this game. So then Megan Proctor put into bat on the 6-red shootout. She should already be back at the bar, toasting a victory.
Well, they've broke okay.
Haven't they just?
Top pocket, top pocket. Top pocket, bottom pocket, stun, stun, stun.
Yeah, she's good here. She's really good.
Oh, you've got to stun that, Megan. That's okay. Stun shot. I'll drop it in. Middle.
Tell you what, Meg, what a 6-red.
She's missed the red.
Oh, and it's gone awkward. Just
Megan.
And this is where it can get really horrible on you. She's done the right thing. Did actually really well at the end there, just to keep her head and set a time. But she was in business for a great 6-red if that red initially drops first time.
Yeah, that was a really good time up to the last ball. I think if the shot before with 4 reds on, I think she had to stun it dead, and then everything was all in line.
All right then, Amy Beauchamp with 39.32 to beat.
Oh, look at that. Could
afford to hit that break a little firmer, and that is the advantage of having 39 to beat and not 25. 6 clean pots and she wins.
She's missed that one.
No, she played to miss it. That's the comfort that she had. She just dropped it down the rail.
She hasn't got that much comfort, you know. She's going to win, I think, but if she misses this, she's lost. She's lost. She's lost the match here for me, I think.
Oh, it's 1 pot. It's the same pot that Megan had. This to win.
She's got it. Oh, she's missed.
And she's jawed it. Megan Proctor is going to win. What an absolutely bonkers game.
That is unbelievable.
Oh, wow.
Wow. I think the right player won the match.
Yeah.
From what we saw. But, geez, what a way to win and what a way to lose.
In a strange way, I think Megan almost feels like she's lost. She can't even raise a smile. That is a bonkers match. And I'm sure in a few minutes she'll be able to just let out all that adrenaline and the relief will be palpable. But Megan Proctor is into the quarterfinals of the Women's Masters, beating Amy Beauchamp in a 6-red shootout. We're going to pick up the Men's Masters in just a moment. It's at the semi-final stage, John McAllister versus Ian Alley, session 1 of the semi-finals coming up. Chris, thanks so much for your company.
Cheers, buddy.